Hello, everybody. It's your boy WEEZYFMAMBA, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys once again so much for being here. We really appreciate it. On today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing our weekly Saturday day segment of how to play as family in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game. In the video game, we have created a basically tutorial version. Since the in-game tutorial is all text, it's outdated. It hasn't been updated by Gun or Black Tower or Sumo prior to them even leaving. There was multiple changes. The tutorial in this game fucking sucks, dude. And we absolutely need to to showcase the brand new players coming in ever since the game got cut in half for the price down to $20. And we've had a lot of newcomers coming in, and obviously the hype surrounding, you know, Skeet Ulrich and Bill Mosley coming in too. There's a lot of new players that didn't even know TCM came out because the social media presence just isn't there, and it's still a problem to this day. But I'm going to be, and I am the one doing this, out of the kindness, I guess, of my heart, because I want people to understand the mechanics of this game and how to play family, and because right now family side is struggling. We don't have a lot of family players. That's why the queue times are so long, etc. So we're continuing this segment. We have already made 4 videos prior to this. We have how to play as Leatherface, the Cook, the Hitchhiker, and Johnny. All 4 of them are uploaded on the YouTube channel already. So if you guys want to check them out, you can go ahead and search in the how to play as family playlist, or just search through the videos. Today, we are going to be going over Sissy. Sissy. I asked my wife which one we should do next, and that's who she said. So we're going to check out how to play Sissy in this game. Just so you guys are aware, let me kind of go back here. This is post-op surgery. I do have the giant cast or splint, whatever you call it, on my wrist. This thing is got a fucking metal plate in it. It is almost impossible to hold a controller. If you guys see, my fingers are pretty much locked in this position. I can move my fingers a little bit, but my thumb has no movement, dude. Straight up. This is a metal plate right there. So for me to hold this controller, it is a little goofy, and it does kind of hurt still. So bear with me if it takes me a while to kind of move around. We're going to go ahead and pop on over here, and we're going to go ahead and load up and showcase how Sissy is played. We're going to start with her meta build, and it's pretty simple. She's had pretty much one build ever since they've nerfed her rubber legs builds, and this is a chase build. She's the best chaser in the game, even with Bones being labeled as a chaser. He absolutely sucks at it. All his, you know, perks are garbage. Sissy has the meta chase build, and I'm going to show you guys why. Once again, you're going to want to start with the Bane. Increase that cloud. Wow. Increase that cloud duration to 50 seconds. You're going to go left. You're going to head up to mid. Increases the amount of time a victim is affected by poison to 13.5 seconds. This is a big jump. Okay. And then the poison seeps into the victim's wounds, causing them to lose health for a short period of time with Toxic Cloud. Clearly, this is the way to go. It's essentially bleed damage, just like Hitchhiker's bleed damage in his star sign. Poisoning pickup locations. Are you fucking kidding me? This should never be a level 3 perk. Who in their right mind is poisoning toolboxes and bone scrap piles? Get the hell out of here. And then this one, literally poisoning the battery. It means absolutely nothing, because if they're already turning the battery off, by the time they turn it off, they have already popped the gate and they're out. It's worthless. Just use Toxic Cloud. It helps with a little bit of bleed damage, chipping away at their health. Moving on to the skill tree, you're going to pop on over to the right. You're going to pick up Universal Donor, and then we're going to go ahead and showcase why we picked this up, because there are some times where we kind of run a different build, but you're going to showcase the meta build. Exterior Alarms. It's clear as day. It's still the best grandpa perk in the game, bar none. At level 3, it procs, and you guys, anytime a victim opens a critical door, whether that be basement doors or a door or a gate to a critical area, such as, let's say, the battery or whatever, the door will be highlighted yellow for you. It is an absolute must grandpa perk on. Scout, obviously the best family perk in the game. Your movement speed is increased by 15%. We pop on up, head on over to Fired Up, arguably one of the best in the game. After running out of stamina, there's a 75% less delay before stamina starts regenerating again. Pretty simple here. And then moving on to Efficient Herbalist. Nobody Escapes Hell, the second best grandpa perk in the game, and I'll explain to this in just a second. And then you're going to pop on up and get your third perk, Wire Frame. You can traverse gaps 40% faster and crawl spaces 60% faster. Now, this is the meta perk. Why I'm asking about this too, just in case you have another family member that's already running Exterior Alarms and Suffocating Grip, which are, again, the top 2 grandpa perks. You're going to want to pop this one on instead. So let's say you join a match, somebody already has Exterior Alarms equipped. Don't be a dummy and keep your Exterior Alarms equipped. Switch it to Nobody Escapes Hell. That way you guys take advantage of multiple grandpa perks because they don't stack. Grandpa perks do not stack, okay? As far as your attribute points and your loadout, first things first, once again, Wireframe, Scout, and Fired Up. This is the fastest chase build in the game. She is, bar none, the best. She has her ability to shoot poison through gaps in order to slow you down even further. Getting away from a demon Sissy is virtually impossible. If you know the basement as Sissy, or you know areas located as Sissy and there isn't anything stopping her from chasing you, you're gonna have a hell of a time. Regardless of how low her savagery is and her damage output, it's the chase. You can never stop to heal. You can't. Guess what? Because she's right behind you at all times. This is her only viable, really, playstyle. Outside of maybe blood rushing, if you want to troll with blood feeding. But again, it's not that much difference as far as, you know, a swing or two here. Takes about 7 hits, sometimes 8 if you got somebody with, you know, that's dripping up, or you have somebody that's, you know, got obviously no cell would take a problems there. It's not a 5-hit TTK like Hitchhiker. I still ultimately will say Hitchhiker's a much better killer. Sissy's pretty mid. But again, there's a lot of people that really enjoy her. And so here we are. This is her best build. As far as a second build I kind of run, I like to do Efficient Herbalist along with Wireframe and Scout. This kind of gives me that option to just go around and troll. I really do this to just poison all of the health bottles on the map, just to kind of have some fun. And that's pretty much all I run on her. You can swap out Efficient Herbalist. If you want to run like a blood build, you can put on Universal Donor as well. Again, I just still think feeding is a sell. As far as her best outfit, I mean, we really haven't talked about outfits, right? I mean, all her shit's pretty mid. The bride dress was a letdown. These two are astronomically the same. Like, what in the entire fuck were they thinking, releasing these two as paid skins? Isn't that crazy? Paid skins, by the way. Paid skins. Unbelievable. Anyways, moving on, dude. Again, with the blade too, it doesn't really matter. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and, like we've been doing the last couple of tries or couple of videos, we kind of load up a private lobby and showcase how to play Sissy. This is gonna be one of the harder ones to kind of showcase, other than like routes. You know, with Sissy not having any traps to set up or anything of that nature, she really is just a roamer and a chaser. Again, you know what I mean? So there's really not much that I can teach you, truly, about how to play other than stop selling, you know, and go through that. Abandoned Mill is always a great one to start because it is one of the most newer maps, even though it's not as new as Graveyard. But people still struggle with what to do on this map as a gapper. So again, remember, if you're using Sissy on this map, you hope to at least have a cook camping on the battery side, which should always have a cook on every game you play. Period. End of story. Cook is required at all times. Okay. But again, Sissy has high blood harvesting. So if you spawn in and the victims are going quiet, as we call, or going stealthy and not making noise, what you're going to want to do is start the blood hall. On each map that has, you know, objectives that have blood buckets in them, specifically this map, there will always be 3 blood buckets that spawn inside the generator and inside the battery. Okay, so your blood bucket spawns are pretty easy to find and remember. Not here, but there's one there. And the easiest way to find blood buckets is to just go up on the D-pad or whatever and use your family sense, and now we know where the locations are. This all bars, once again, if they are going to be rushing. If they're rushing, get the fuck out of here as fast as possible, because there's a few things that you want to do as Sissy. But let's just say they didn't rush. I'm going to showcase you the 4 locations that the blood buckets do spawn on this side. Those 3, the one I showed you at the very beginning that wasn't there, and then there's also one here that isn't going to be here. Just remember, there are 5 spawn locations for blood on each side. Only 3 blood buckets will spawn per match on each side. All the blood buckets in the middle, you guys will know their locations as well. They will be random as well. Okay? Don't know why I locked it, chat, but first things first, that's why. Because we're showing you a tutorial. Make sure when you leave critical gates like this, always re-lock them. Because if not, a victim can just walk in and walk through the gate. Look where it says lock. Hit lock. You're gonna see that flap of the handle turn down. When you see it open, it turns up. So just remember, when it's completely picked by a victim, it's gone. Okay, pretty simple stuff. First things first that you always do as Sissy is hit this gap. Make sure that you come over here and latch this door. You're gonna ask why. I'm gonna explain why. Okay, if you hit this gap and latch that door, all the victims that come up here via the overgrown, most of the time will just run straight to this door and, oh fuck, it's latched. And they just made a noise notification for you. See that? It made a noise indicator. Look how long that lasted. Okay? So just keep that in mind. It is a good thing. Now, the thing that I do with Sissy, immediately, once again, since I don't have traps, and I'm gonna have a cook on that side more than likely if I'll be playing Sissy, you really just want a camp generator, simply because I can gap quickly to each side. Okay, that gate's good. I'm gonna gap back. Oh, they're on this gate. Oh, they weld. Okay, continuing the rotation. You see how fast she can traverse this map? It's virtually fucking it's really insane. It really is. Next order of business is to always make sure to keep an eye on the fuse box as well. And this is a really good route for Sissy if the fuse box is here. Obviously it's better if it's there on the other side, but it's also here, so you can kind of just play back and forth, kind of doing this particular route. Bang, check gate, bang, and then take chases when you know you can. With 2 people left, 1 person left, you can abandon ship and take chase, but you're always going to want to make sure,
perfect,
okay, that your powder is used sparingly. There's not every time that you get a chance to go to a powder station and refill. Okay. The big thing that I always do is come here first and check this immediate health bottle after doing my rotations. Always poison the health bottles because it literally makes them useless in the game. And if the victims can't heal, then they die. Simple. Okay. As far as Sissy, once again, you guys do understand you have the option, okay, to head to certain locations that have powder stations to refill your powder. Here's going to be one of them. There's multiple throughout the map. You You can animation cancel out of it by swinging to get the initial movement. And remember that if you find a victim that is crawling through a crawl space, such as this, and you're chasing, let's say I'm chasing somebody, they hit the crawl space, you spit on them, they will be poisoned. And then you can hit the gap, and they're wobbling, and you can fuck them up even more. Okay? Pretty simple stuff with Sissy on Abandoned Mill. There's really not much she does. And there's not like specifics instead of just being like, just in case there's a cook. Obviously, I'm gonna have to take chase if somebody's like doing the fuse box or somebody's on the other side and they need help and I need gapping. But again, this is the first thing you really want to do is just always make sure you lock your doors. And on Abandoned Mill, make sure you come through this gap and latch this door as any of the gapping characters. Okay. Pretty simple on Mill. And then the last thing we'll do, I think will be really just like, I don't know, man, what map? Really, like really. Slaughterhouse is a good one because a lot of people don't understand how far she spawns. Like bringing Sissy to Slaughterhouse is such a sell, but there are ways to do this nicely, okay? Especially the routes. So with most people being rushers anyway, you don't have a lot of time as Sissy, okay? And going the routes that you would think that most people would go, which is up Tool or up Garage, you're definitely gonna want to stay around that area. You are fast enough, or obviously can send a cook over to Camp Red or Sliding Door into Slaughter. But there are multiple buckets, about 4 buckets in Slaughterhouse too, just in case you have victims that are going slow or you are trying to rank up perks and really want to feed. There's a bunch of buckets inside for blood. Okay, so just remember, you're gonna spawn and book it. There's a bucket immediately here too, so you can kind of start this off. Let's just say they're going a little slow, or maybe they wake up Grandpa, but Bubba's keeping them down there, doing his work, keeping them at bay. You have enough time to kind of come in and do some shit. Relock your doors. Don't forget, hit the gap. Bang. Wireframe, get you through quick. Bucket number 2. I'm already at 50. This is base blood harvesting, by the way. Bucket number 3. If you get time to hit this on the way out, it's insane. Just remember, there's a bucket that has the ability to spawn here, which would be bucket number 4. I always latch this door as Sissy and crawl through the crawl space. Simply because most victims come in here, they're getting chased and they want to hit that well. They don't know that that door is locked. Bucket number 4. Okay? Because now when a victim tries to come in through here and get to the well quickly, they're going to get sucked into the barge. Make sure you always latch that door. We're gonna pop on out, and if you notice, we already have 100 blood in seconds, right? Because of her massive blood harvesting. We can hit another bucket for the full 121, but you are wasting a little bit. And then realize that there's another bucket. Slaughterhouse is loaded with blood. Loaded. Okay? And then at this point, you pop off a feed if you need to, but again, if there's people rushing, you're not gonna have the time to do anything. 90% of your games, somebody's gonna already be out a fucking door if you stayed to rush and get blood. So what I do under normal circumstances is immediately just run. I will still latch that door, but I'll run and I won't grab any of the buckets on the inside. I then will come out the Slaughterhouse door like I just did, and then I will immediately, so I'm gonna kind of recreate this. Just imagine that I did not grab any blood on the way out. Okay, I come here, I make sure to latch the door, and I run down the immediate hill while checking points to make sure that we're still good. If we're not, you know, a couple hundred, 300, 400, 500, I'm gonna immediately check this door, and then I'm going to hit the crawl space because we've gapped through quickly, and then hit the fence, just like this. This is my route with Sissy. I kind of kick it around here. Reason why is because I'm the only one normally that can hit this gap chase, hit this, hit that gap. And then one of the most underrated gaps in the game that people don't use a lot, but still do, is this gap. Victims like to abuse this area all the time because non-gapping characters have to walk all the way around this big ass fucking metal crate, right? Again, remember, if somebody is messing around with the gaps and you're chasing, let's say I'm chasing Sissy or Johnny, fuck, Leland right now. Leland just gapped through. Bang. Hit him with one of those.
This will help them see more clearly.
Do a little fake out. Bang, bang. Oh, you went through this one? Let's do a double.
Perfect.
Let's do a double, and then I'll meet you on the other side. Pretend. Go through the gate. He gets pushed through to the poison. And then now you can gap through quickly and fuck him up. It's really situational with Sissy. Again, her low savagery really does hinder her. I wish they would just give her a little bit more base endurance or base savagery. 5 points will do so mighty for her. Even if we were able to get her to 40 savagery, it would be just it would be an astronomical change in the meta that a lot of people run, because we're always just constantly seeing, you know, Bubba Hitch Cook or Hitch Cook hands. You know what I mean? So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you play Sissy. Again, it's really just roaming. Make sure you use the right build. Chase when you have to. But of course, always make sure that you are listening to comms, locking your doors, hitting those poison gaps. She really is a sleeper at sometimes when it comes to the chase, because again, she is the best chaser in the game. But not having traps that stay forever or having high savagery really does hinder her playstyle. Again, she's pretty mid. She's about C tier for me. Even with a badass chase build, she's still mid as fuck. Okay? So that's the overall consensus. Again, this is how you play Sissy, just in case you guys wanted to know. Once again, I appreciate all the love and support in this series that we have been doing, and for all your guys' support throughout my journey as a content creator, obviously through the surgery as well. And I haven't been able to go live in about 5 days because we just had surgery, and prior to that, but I will be going live soon, I promise y'all. Most likely Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow, but if not, just stay tuned. Okay, stick around. Again, if you guys want to find out how to play Bubba, Cook, Hitch, or Johnny, make sure you guys check out the videos that I have on my channel. They are already up. They are in a playlist, so you guys can check those out as well. And much appreciated, man. I love you guys very much. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of Sissy. What tier do you put her in? What build do you use? And of course, she's singing. She's singing during my fucking outro, chat. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video, hit the subscribe button, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notification bell. That way you guys get notified every time I go live here on YouTube, over on Twitch, and anytime that I bring you brand new Texas Chainsaw Massacre content. I love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.